This is build drones on. Build drones on. Build drones on. Build drones on. Build drones on.
On the subject of drones, in Canada now, 2019, you have to have certification. I have one on my wallet, PDF printout that I'm certified to fly a drone in Canada, 250 grams to 25 pounds, I believe. That's a big goddamn drone. I have the Mavic Pro. 50 questions in 90 minutes. It was hard. I had to study hard, and before the test, I collaborated to get some help how to figure this out. And then I did the test, and voila. But you know what? I learned some stuff, but what I mostly learned was that it's incredibly hard now to fly a drone legally in Canada. And of course, it's probably just if I'm going to be an a-hole and fly over the Toronto Raptors party like somebody just did and got fined $3,000, or I'm going to buzz people's haircuts, or try and catch the neighbors naked in the hot tub, or do stupid things. But sometimes you can be flying to the very best of your ability in what you think is the legal area. And for example, I'm up a mountain here. I'm in the Yukon. Lots of little hills. That's where you get your best droning, is up on top. You're overlooking everything. It's fantastic. Let me do a bug check. But, you know, I'm up there droning. I'm looking at my footage now from a year or two ago, and I'm 100 yards from a helipad. There's companies up here that have these pads, 20 by, or 30 by 30, 20 by 20 wooden pads, and some of them just a nice cleaned up area. Some are even chunks of concrete poured up there. Oh, they got the overflow open today. So this is where the helicopters land. Now that's called a heliport technically. A helipad is a heliport, aerodrome or whatever. It's a certified and they're hard landing place for a helicopter, and they're hard to find on the internet. Wow, that's nice. Because you can look up airports and abandoned airports, which are all the same to me, a droner, a captain, I guess, a pilot, whatever I'm called now. You know, I have to avoid those areas. I have to be like 5 kilometers plus away from those areas. From a heliport or a helipad, I have to be 1.9 kilometers. Why 1.9 or not 2? Because it coordinates with feet. Why we're coordinating with feet in a country that's all metric, I don't understand. We turned metric 20 years ago, and we're still having trouble converting. And well, it's just older people. You know, I still think of cars as miles per gallon. And it's liters per 100, or, I mean, they haven't even figured that out, which is the best way to do it. But we're burning fuel so expensive now, it's going to be, you know, a liter is like 1/4 of a gallon approximately. So we're paying like, oh my God, $1.40, $1.50 a liter. Pretty soon we'll be registering that, paying by the cup. Wow, it's a morning of whining. I got this Scorpion helmet and it's very comfortable, but it fogs so easy. I guess I got to get an anti-fog lens. Actually, I don't. In another month there'll be snow on the ground. I won't be doing any riding. So I got my drone license, and I'm legal if I get stopped. I'm probably not going to get stopped hardly ever. But you know, I remember some of the rules that are important to me. No parks, 100 feet from people, and that's tricky. I was up near Farrell, on my way to Farrell last week, which is in the middle of fricking nowhere. I'm at a lookout. I can drone there. It's just a lookout overlooking the big river, the big valley. I put the drone up, I'm flying around. While I'm flying, I'm coming back into land. A couple tourists show up and start wandering around. My drone is running out of battery power. Like, it's going to try to come home And I can't really stop it unless I want it to fall out of the sky into the river and I never see it again. $3,000 investment. So I want to bring the drone into land quickly, but I got a guy standing 20 feet away from me reading the little, here was a boat sank 100 years ago or whatever the hell it is. It's actually the disaster of the Columbia in 1902, I think it was, or something. So, but my drone's running out of battery, and once it gets low in battery, it'll take over and try to land itself on a home location, which is standing next to me. So I'm kind of screwed. I'm either going to lose my drone or I got to land it 20 feet away from this gentleman who probably doesn't understand drone rules. He waved at me like he had some questions about the drone. That's cool. That must be fun, droning. Yeah, it's okay. I'm breaking the law right now, and if you want to turn me in, I'm probably going to get a ticket, but I didn't mention that. So there's some instances where it's going to become very tricky, even in an isolated area like the Yukon. You can just get caught with your pants down and not even realize it. Like I said earlier, a couple times I've been droning, looking at my old videos, and I'm definitely within 2 kilometers of a helipad. I'm standing on the helipad sometimes thinking, wow, what a great takeoff location. But then the laws change, and then it's not such a great takeoff location because it's a helipad, which is a heliport, which is 1.9 kilometer distance from my drone I have to be. So you can see there's going to be some issues. I know up here I'm pretty safe because I'm in the middle of butt rub nowhere. And I can, like right here, I can get away. But no, I can't. Because right here is Schwatka Lake. And Schwatka Lake is where the float planes take off regularly, continually in the summertime. Hunters, tours, everything. So I'm on a 5 kilometer, I can't drone anywhere here. I have to be 5 kilometers away from Schwatka Lake. And right now I'm about half a kilometer. It's just over that rise. But if you don't, you really have to start thinking that way now when you run a drone. Realize when you put the drone out. And again, I could fly here and probably nobody's going to report me but I got to be careful because these planes are going to be coming right there. And they're coming in right low. Schwatka Lake day use area. Right there. Here, I'll show you. So I've got to be aware of that. So in Whitehorse, I am pretty much, I'm heavily restricted as to where I can fly because the airport is just at the other end of Schwatka Lake, a real airport, and they come in over here too, right down through here. The 737s and Army planes, I've seen jets in here, everything. The American Air Force lands in here, big choppers. If you like aviation, it's pretty cool. But as far as flying a drone, just keep it in the suitcase because you won't be flying it. Now there's Schwatka Lake. And wow, it is beautiful this morning. Oh, look at that. He's taxiing for a run. So I can't fly here. And that's beautiful. I do not want to have my drone causing loss of life. So I understand why they do what they do, but man, as far as selling a drone in a store right now, they should really tell you right away, a disclaimer, you won't be allowed to fly this until you get certified legally. And in the big cities down south, of course, I just can't imagine the restrictions because everywhere you go, there's something or somebody, or a helipad or a heliport, or an aerodrome or a dome or events. There's just so many things. National parks, and national parks are so beautiful. What a great place to drone. But that's not allowed. So look at that. They've got a beautiful. The Yukon's such a crazy place. We are so up there. Like Alaska. Northwest Territories is even worse really for isolation. We're up there, but we're only a couple kilometers from town. And there's this beautiful park bench, and oh boy, they've got some kind of, I don't know what they got over there. I know I got my heated vest on. Anyways, he's taxiing down here. He's going to go back and do a run. This is actually the river. Yukon River goes into Schwatka Lake up over there. So that's the issue on droning, is you've really got to be alert now. A couple times I've gone out And now realizing that anytime I take that drone out, I really have to do a little bit of research as to where I'm going. And again, I'm pretty safe up here. The law is basically, if you're going to be an asshole, they want to be able to get you. But if you're flying with the respect and trying to be cool, I didn't buy the drone to fly it around, to race or to have fun like that. I bought the drone purely for the cinematic purposes, for taking pictures, and mostly I do a lot of movie stuff. The thing is just incredible for that. Super amazing. Super tricky to run too. But that's about all I'm going to say about the drone thing, because it's the law. There's not much you can say about it. You have to comply, and that's the way it is. And the law knows no ignorance. The law is not justice. The law is the law. Always people out enjoying the natural setting of the Yukon. So that's it on the drones. Really, there's not much more I can say. It just the cautionary. You got to be careful, and the limited. I'm so limited to flying now. It's crazy. I've had no problems, but I'm very careful, and I'm not droning every day. I take the drone out really once every couple weeks, because it's usually so windy up here. Like yesterday, the other thing is you can lose control of your drone. Like I was way up South Canal Road, and that is butt rub nowhere on planet Earth, not just in, on planet Earth. That is a pristine area, empty of people except for hunters right now. No animals. They know it's hunting season. They've all left. And my drone it just took off. But I've seen it before. It'll try and go home. I probably didn't set my home location correctly, and it tries to go somewhere because the battery's getting low. But I'm able to take the control and bring it back quickly as I can. I got mine set so I have lots of battery power left when the warning comes on. I brought it back and put it down. But man, for a couple seconds there, I recognize it now. It just takes off. It's trying to go to 90 meters and head out. And I'm thinking, okay, well, last time I set a home location was in Farrell, so I'm in big trouble. I don't think that's where it was going to go, but you just don't know. I haven't crashed my drone in a couple of years. I crashed it mostly on my first year of flying. But I'm just going to knock wood, because drones drop out of the sky on their own accord. You have no control over that. And it just went frickin' nuts into that tree. So welcome to the drone laws in Canada. I understand why they're there. We just have to try and live within them and realize that your droning has been severely restricted. I'm not happy with the drone laws. Absolutely not. But I understand why they put them there. Oh, there's a carabiner. I gotta grab that. Yep, okay, so enough of the droning crap. I'm gonna get my free carabiner. That's worth at least 8 cents. And wow, look at that. I love those things. Good luck with your droning. Get your certification. It is just a gorgeous fall day here in the Yukon, and thank God, because our summer just sucked. Crispy in the morning. Look at it. Not a cloud in the sky. Now's the time to go to the Dempster. Trees are yellow, but you better have your heated underwear. You guys have a great day. Happy droning.